The fact that they can't catch that Brown shooter, meaning the guy went to Brown University and shot and killed those people and then also injured a bunch of people, and they arrested the wrong guy and they put his name out there and they put his picture out there and they're like, oops, wrong guy. They still don't have somebody. $50,000 reward now. The guy is approximately 5'8" with a stocky build. I watched the video. He's dressed all in black, but he's wearing long sleeves and covering his face, but it's also like super cold. So you wouldn't think anything weird about it if you were to see the guy walking. And I said yesterday there were 500 cameras. I was wrong. There are 800 cameras.
Oh.
No more.
Okay.
Police are pursuing a new lead based on photos and videos of an individual taken around 2 p.m. Saturday, hours before the deadly mass shooting at Brown University. Unbelievable. They haven't caught this guy. Unbelievable. Massive failure. So footage released by authorities show the person of interest 2 hours before the shooting. Investigators are now working to reconstruct the person's movements before the attack. I'm blown away they can't catch the dude. I said yesterday, we're in a surveillance state. We're 300 cameras more than yesterday that they're now saying. So that's the update there. They still don't have the person. There is a reward. The next one is the update on Rob and Michelle Reiner's son, Nick. He's been arrested in connection with the murders of his parents. So Nick Reiner was arrested and booked on suspicion of murdering his parents, who were found stabbed in their L.A. area home. He is in custody without bail. We did hear yesterday there was a very loud argument at Conan O'Brien's holiday party the night before the killings. I wonder if the night before the killings is literally hours before the killings, if the night before is like 4 hours before it becomes like 2 a.m. and it's the next day.
I perceived it as they were at the party earlier that night, but then the hours, flip it to next day.
So there's the update from that from NBC. I saw a story, too, where somebody tossed a gold coin, an anonymous donor, worth $4,000 into a Salvation Army bucket. And on the surface, it feels like a very good story, almost to tell me something good. This is from my NBC5. And I'll read you the story. Salvation Army staff in Vermont discovered an anonymously donated gold coin worth more than $4,000 in a red kettle. The donation comes at a critical time as the local campaign works toward its goal of raising $55,000, which will be used for kids' music lessons and essential family support. And then I'm thinking, is there somebody at their house right now going, where is my lucky coin worth $4,000? I thought I took quarters. Like what? Because I think probably it was on purpose, but you're counting on them knowing that's a very valuable coin.
Right.
And I do think it was on purpose. But I think, 26% chance that it was somebody throwing coins in the bucket not knowing it's a $4,000 coin.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
Honey, have you seen my $4,000 coin?
Right.
Crap.
You would want to make sure that, they knew. So it's like if you're going to drop that in there, you either drop it off at a location and not the bucket, or
It's
you
so
put
risky.
it in an envelope and you say, well,
Because the whole thing wanted to be anonymous.
Yeah.
But you know who else is anonymous? People that throw 50 cents in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think it was purposeful, but I do think there's also a chance that it was thrown in accidentally.
Yeah.
And to have a coin worth $4,000, that's pretty cool. I don't have any coins worth more than actually what the coin is worth.
Like a quarter.
I got a couple solid quarters worth about 25 cents. There was another story, and this is a Chipotle story. Big shout out Chipotle. I love Chipotle. And I do feel like, just from what I read, this woman is not telling the truth. I feel like they think she's not telling the truth either. A New York City woman is suing Chipotle and DoorDash, claiming she suffered serious injuries after allegedly biting into a rodent hidden in her meal delivered last year. Also, if DoorDash is involved, if it were true, it may not even be a Chipotle thing.
Yeah, could it be the driver that put the rodent in there?
I'll read you the story. I feel like sometimes people are just making stuff up to try to get a cash grab. I can't prove that that's true here at all. But this person on January 11th, 2025, said that her DoorDash delivery person delivered her a Chipotle burrito that contained a rodent.
A whole rodent intact?
Chipotle states,
Come on.
Chipotle states that the company strongly denies the allegation and is confident that whatever this item was is a chicken tendon. We will vigorously defend ourselves against these claims. Internal agents of Chipotle analyze the evidence both in person and in photographs and are confident it's just part of the chicken. No penalty fee has been confirmed. However, plaintiff's counsel is seeking a sum exceeding a lot of money. That's from People. I feel like it wasn't a rodent.
Okay, because I'm looking at the list of rodents. Mouse, rat, rabbit, a hamster, chipmunk, squirrel. Those are rodents.
I've had a bunch of rabbit and squirrel. Not so bad, by the way, if they did cook it up good. The other ones could be gross.
Beaver.
Okay, so she's, that little white part, like in the chicken
Yes.
that like
Yeah.
looks really white. Like, man, if that's fried up just right, which Chipotle doesn't fry, so that's not the thing. But I'm looking at images of if you fry that just right, it does look like a little rat with a tail.
You ever had anything weird in your food? Like ever in the history of you going out to eat?
Not
That comes to mind.
Not that was that traumatic to where I remember at the moment.
I had a screw. Like a screw in my fries.
A screw?
Yeah, and I remembered that it was a brand new restaurant. Like it was like grand opening. So I think that they were just working on like the ceiling and a screw fell in the fryer or something.
Oh gosh.
Wow.
Yeah.
It wasn't somebody trying to break a tooth as a prank.
No.
It's somebody as a wow. Did they tell you that?
No, I found it.
No. Did they tell you it fell from the ceiling or
No,
something?
no.
Oh, you made that up.
No, I made it up because I can still hear hammering in the back. You
Well,
know?
so did you, what
Oh,
did
you
do?
could? You
Yeah.
can hear construction
Yeah.
while you're eating the screw?
Like, did you get your meal comped?
I don't remember. I feel like we went like after the show because it's right down the street. And I told the lady, and I think maybe I got like more fries without a screw in it.
Oh, screwless fries? You got bonus screwless fries? Oh, that's great. Ella Langley, choosing Texas on now. By the way, if you guys want to call us, you can. 877-77-Bobby. That's our number. 877-77-Bobby.
Bone Show. Let's go.
I'm going to go over to Sandy Kate, who lives in Florida. Hello, Sandy Kate.
Hello, Bobby, and hello, everybody there.
What's happening? You're on the show.
Yes, finally. It's been years I've been trying to get on.
Well, let's let it rip there, Sandy Kate. What do you got to say?
Okay, my family we went on this train, expensive dinner train trip up in Upper New Hampshire. And as we were cutting through our first course, which was a salad, my sister is cutting her salad and she stops and she kind of makes a yeeking sound. And I said, "What's the matter?" There was a half a mouse in her salad.
Wow. Which half?
Yeah, which side?
Head or butt?
It was the butt half.
Are you sure it
did
was?
it have
Are you sure it was a mouse?
The feet?
Oh man, yes. We, and we kick our butts to this day for not taking a picture. We're taking pictures of every course, and we didn't take a freaking picture of that mouse.
What happens when you say you
our
got
whole
the
family knew about it.
Yeah, what happens when you go to the people and say, "Hey, we got the mouse on our salad"?
Yeah, we showed it to her. We says, "Hey, this is in her salad." I said, and who knows where the other half is? There's like 50 people on the train. Well, she kind of kept it really low, and she said, oh, let me go get somebody. And they came and they took the mouse away. And they said, well, we'll take care of it, and we'll tell the chef. So we finished our dinner. My sister, of course, didn't eat her salad.
Of course.
And afterwards, they never offered to refund her money. And when we were leaving the train, what happened? Did you tell the chef? And they acted like it never even happened.
If you didn't take a picture of it, that's probably the best. If you're that train and no one took a picture, you get rid of the body. It's like a court case. You don't have a body, you really don't have a case.
And you just act like these women are crazy.
Yeah. You see those crazy ladies in 4F? They're trying to say there's a mouse in her salad. Yeah, that sucks. And I think the lesson everybody learns here is as soon as something weird happens, take a picture of it. That's very unfortunate. That is disgusting. Anything you want to say about that?
Yeah,
'Cause I think I said it all.
Just thinking right now, I'm gagging. Like, I don't know how you don't make a bigger deal out of it. Where's the other half? Like, to their point, does somebody else have the head of the mouse? And then was
the
there
mouse
blood?
got chopped by accident.
Yeah, like
Yes.
where's the inside of the mouse?
Well, I'd like to say where I think it happened is probably in the preparation of the salad, which probably wasn't even on the train. It was probably a company.
Oh, okay.
There's animals. It
Oh,
probably got
yeah.
chopped. There were no guts or anything like that. Yeah. Sandy Kate, I appreciate that story. Is the lesson that you learned take a picture of everything now?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. One of their explanations was that everything that was fed on the train or food was taken from that area. It was all grown there. They said the greens were grabbed up from the fields.
Local
and then
mouse.
They washed
Field
them.
mouse.
Yeah, local mouse for sure. Sandy Kate, I appreciate that call. I hope you have a great day. I do want to go to Charlie in Northern Virginia. Hey, Charlie, you're on the show. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Bobby? Morning, studio.
Morning.
Guys, I was listening to the pod yesterday. I'm an EML listener. Been listening to you guys forever, but I was dying laughing yesterday at the testicle bit. And I know it's not a bit. I know we got some issues going on.
He has a
with our
swollen
boys'
testicle,
boys.
Charlie. His left testicle is so much bigger than his right testicle.
Dude, I'm just saying, if that was me, how could you not go to the
Exactly.
hospital lunch, like, right away? I mean, I know, like, a broken finger, it'll heal up, stub my toe, whatever, dude, but that is your testicle.
That's a testicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't have said it better myself. That is your testicle. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Well, in your Charlie, so is that what you want to add? He needs to go to the doctor?
Dude, no. Kyler's a stat guy, right? We all know that.
Yeah.
But yesterday, you guys dropped more testes than a high school gym class.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How many?
Testicle or a variation of the word testicle was said 30 times. And I
30?
was dying laughing every time.
Clinical. It's the
30.
clinical word.
It's hilarious, guys. Hilarious.
Yep.
Well
No.
No, it wasn't funny.
No.
It's not funny. It's medical, man.
Medical. So it was not done for comedy reasons. So, Charlie, it was not done for comedy reasons. It was medical. Okay, buddy?
I'm praying for your testicle lunch.
Left.
You got to go get it checked out, my guy. You
Yeah.
got to.
Thank you, man.
He hit you with a my guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Charlie, appreciate that call, man. Have a great day.
All right.
All right.
See ya.
See you later. Let's go to Jesse in Indiana who's on the phone. Jesse, you're on the Bobby Bone Show. What's going on?
Hi, good morning, Bobby. Good morning, studio.
Morning.
This is a dream to talk to you guys. But I wanted to let you know my 5-year-old son comes home from pre-K yesterday with a gift from his teachers. They give the kids like a book, usually a Christmas book every year, and it's usually like a $2 kind of corny Christmas book. This year they gave your Stanley the dog first day of school book to every pre-K kid in his class.
That
I know.
is
I think
awesome.
I was more excited. I think I was more excited than he was. We're big fans of the show, and we read it last night at bed, and all I have to say is you're very coolio drulio, Bobby.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's really exciting to me that a school decided. I wrote a kid's book, which will make a lot more sense after my wife has a kid. But after we have a kid, but after she delivers.
You're right.
Yeah. But I wrote a kid's book, and it did really well thanks to our listeners. And it's called Stanley the Dog and His First Day at School. And that's really cool. I really appreciate you calling and waiting to tell me that story. It makes me feel good. Thank you, Jesse.
Yeah, of course. Are you going to get a sequel to Stanley, maybe when Stanley meets the baby?
I thought about, this is just a thought and I have not started on it, but the idea is we have 2 dogs. We have Stanley, and then we adopted Eller. We found Eller, adopted her. And it's about how brother and sisters can be brother and sister without having to actually be, blood brother and sister, which could go step siblings, adopted kids. Like that same meaning could be used without me having to like differentiate what the difference is. Like, this is your family.
Yeah.
Even how you're born into it. All families are different. All families have love. I've toyed with writing that version of it. Like Stanley gets a sister. And Stanley's sister doesn't come, well, I guess a dog. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've kind of outlined to that, but I haven't really gone into production with it or anything. But I appreciate that. I do think that book would do really well.
Yeah, I think that would help kids, understand. I'd read it to my daughter.
Yeah, but
she's 18, but she loves to say
all
her
families are different.
brothers.
Not all families are full blood, and you can still be family without being full blood.
Yeah, and so I think like you explaining it with your dogs would help her understand that her little brother, even though they don't have the same parents, is still her brother.
Even that book that I wrote wasn't really about dogs. It was about kids fitting in.
Exactly.
And you don't have to fit in to actually fit in. So, yeah, Jesse, I appreciate that. Thank you very much for bringing that up.
Yeah, of course. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. That book, I'm not selling it or anything, but it's on Amazon if anybody wants it. I think I make half a cent every 100 books or something.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I literally don't know what that is. You guys can call us 877-77-BOBBY.
Coming up.
Tell me something good.
A routine withdrawal raised a red